So I understand that there are role-playing games beyond Dungeons & Dragons, beyond many of the popular titles. But it's been interesting to see kind of the migration of board games and board gaming assets. The lines are becoming more and more blurred, kind of like these three silos, these three stratifications. You've got board games, war games, and role-playing games. And some board games are part war games, some war games are part role-playing game. It's naturally the lines are blending. So within that framework, what I've noticed more and more is board games, or I should say narratives, titles, whatever we want to describe it as, that were definitively board games. Definitively released, conceived as a board game. Artwork, assets, miniatures, tabletop presence. A full migration now to role-playing games. And part of me has to wonder from that perspective, is it a genuine push for an RPG? Or is it more along the lines, look, we've sold as many games as we can, and within that audience, releasing a role-playing version of it, because we already have 90% of the assets created. The artwork, the base mechanics, if we just kind of replicate that out to a character sheet, as opposed to a miniature dashboard, we're good to go. And pushing that out there with development like 90% done, because we did that with the board gaming aspect, well, now we have a duality in the market. The first, of course, is going to be enthusiasts of that game. And I'm in that audience myself. As a sidebar, I love Talisman. Love the game. Play the game, 4th edition, 5th edition. When there's a 6th, I'll move into that. Hopefully not anytime soon. I'm hopeful for a proper 5th edition 3D Dragon Tower. But within that framework, there's also a role-playing game. So when that was announced, naturally being an RPG enthusiast, it was kind of like, well, let me check it out. And with my board gaming enthusiast group playing that game, let's play the RPG version of it. We also, by the way, see this with war games. Popular title, Warhammer 40,000. You've got board games like Space Hulk, but you also have, or had, role-playing games like Dark Heresy. You've already got an audience, and while you're not going to capture 100% of your audience with Warhammer 40,000 or Talisman, if we get 20, 30%, and again, the assets are already developed, the rules can easily be translated over to RPG mechanics, we're there. And then, of course, there are role-playing RPG enthusiasts that regularly pick up new titles, regularly explore different systems, just as one might acquire different types of board games, you see them with role-playing games. Coming up with an RPG system, perhaps just by itself to market, I can see that being a little bit challenging without a roadmap, and of course, developing the assets and compensating content creators and marketing. That's a different story. But if you're already 90% there with that board game, why not spin it off into an RPG? Why not have that kind of second life with that type of IP? Develop a board game, push it out. There's a natural life cycle. Maybe you expand that with some expansions. And then at some point, time moves on. Well, at that point, that time moves on from the board game. If you switch it over to an RPG, you can continue that revenue stream in a different, more indirect way. But again, profitable because it's already 90% developed. Your take as a board gaming enthusiast, as a wargaming enthusiast, as an RPG enthusiast, are you seeing this trend more and more?